I'd say it's important to vote, but I'm not one of those people that just says, well, just vote, because I think an uninformed vote is not really sensible. I mean, you just go and pick out a name that sounds good.
Last election, we had a 2% turnout from students. So we had 600, close to 600 and 650 students voting out of 30,000. For me, the reason why I'm running, one of the reasons why I'm running is because I'm particularly frustrated and fed up with the lack of representation on City Council over the past 4 years.
I would say that what they need, because we're early in a transition now in London, so I think you need to have someone who knows the university environment, who works at with the university.
I would say that where you live at the municipal level is the government that affects you the most right now. So I would say to them to take an active interest in their municipal politics. I would say to look at all of the candidates.
So I say take advantage of it and get out there and vote, because you do live in London, and unless you come and say something, you're probably not going to be listened. I mean, if you don't say anything, you can't be heard. So get out there and say something.
And so it's really important for students to vote this time around, because we can send a clear message to City Hall and say that, look, enough is enough. We should be included in the community. We should be brought together to the community, and our issues should be addressed.
What I'm in favor of is making sure that students are completely involved, that they're voting members of boards, that they're fully participating in boards.
I've been involved in issues for years. For years and years and years, like 13 years, I've been involved with neighborhood issues here around the university. And out of all the other candidates, this election is the first time I've seen them. So that's all I'll say about that.
Well, one, I'm a Western student. I'm young, so obviously, there are struggles that I'm going through that all these students can resonate with as well. My platform, if you look at it on amirfarahi.ca, clearly has and identifies certain ideas that obviously resonate with students.
I don't have a learning curve. When somebody goes into something new that they've never done before, whether it's politics or business, there's going to be a period of time, and it can be years before they understand the ins and outs of what they're doing.
I would say to look at cynthiaetheridge.com and read it, because I don't believe, I can tell you all the things that I believe about transit and all the things I believe about roads and the construction that is going on right now that is annoying everybody.
But I've been really involved. I have a reputation for listening to the students, and I feel a little bad that this homecoming thing came out the way it did, because my goal wasn't to get the students angry at me. It was to say, on behalf of the neighborhood, there's some issues here. We need to do something before it gets out of hand and it goes the way of Queens and just gets shut down.
I mean, in particular, I used transit for 2 years, and then I got frustrated with it because I really didn't want to have to wait for another bus to come, or be all jammed and everything after classes. So I had to take a car, and I don't want that to be the case. I want things like active transportation, cycling, walkability. I want public transit to be efficient. So these are the sort of things I'm talking about, and I think obviously it does resonate with young people.
I've already been a politician. I've been elected school board trustees, and my peers on the London District Catholic School Board elected me as chair for 2 terms. So that means I can get the job done politically. So if you want to elect someone who has no learning curve at all, who will get to work right away on the issues that face students, I'm the person to vote for.
We can talk about housing till the cows come home. But if you don't really know who I am, you don't know how hard I'm going to work for you. If you don't have my card, you don't have my phone number in your back pocket, in your wallet, or in your purse. And sometimes when people are elected, sometimes politicians go into hiding and they're not that accessible. But if you ask my children, they always know where their mom is.